Hype for Dragon Ball FighterZ seems to be at an all-time high, with players clamoring for more chances to play early. We're going to be talking about the upcoming beta, along with some more gameplay breakdowns. We've also got a few other news segments, so be sure to stick around. My name is Sharpie, and this is West City Weekly. Last week, we were treated to the opening cinematic for FighterZ. The intro doesn't show much that we haven't seen before, but we do see every character in the game highlighted. This could mean that we're looking at the final roster for the game, as many have been speculating. The roster we have now seems solid, but the biggest question right now is whether Android 21 will be playable at all. We've seen her featured heavily in story trailers and promotional content, but no word on playability. Some believe she may be the story mode boss, but once again, no one knows for certain yet. While no big reveals have been made since Jump Festa, Bandai recently announced that Beerus would be playable in the upcoming beta. He's said to be one of 11 playable characters, but it's unclear yet who will be available. That beta is starting January 13th, by the way, for everyone who pre-ordered digitally. And January 14th through 16th, it'll be open for everybody. Mark your calendars, you aren't going to want to miss that beta. But to prepare you for it, we're going to be doing a couple more gameplay breakdowns. And for that, I'm going to send you over to Zidian, our gameplay enthusiast.
Hey guys, Zid here. My job is going to be to help you improve your skill at FighterZ, but since the game isn't in our hands yet, we'll mainly be focusing on basic concepts. This week, let's discuss team synergy and how pre-game choices can affect the match. Typically, in team fighters like DBFZ, the goal is to build a team around specific character positions. Having a good character for each role will improve your team's chances of winning. The first of these positions is the point character, which is the first character on a given team. Be mindful though, as the team order will naturally switch up during the fight. The point character may not always be the one you started out with. It's a good idea to pick characters with strong tools who can make excellent use of assist moves for this. A good example would be Android 18. She has access to pressure moves and overheads with Android 17, while she can also combine that with other assists to keep her opponents on the defensive. Her Android barrier also absorbs incredible amounts of meter when it absorbs hits, making her a great battery for the team. A battery is someone who builds meter for their stronger teammates to make use of. The next position is called middle, or just mid. This position is traditionally filled by the character with the assist that most complements the point character. Sometimes this is done by making a character's strength more pronounced, or by covering up blind spots in their gameplay. A good mid might be Kid Buu, primarily thanks to the assist he has. This assist sees him throw a ball of, himself at his opponents, which will hit several times on hit or block. This makes Buu a big addition when considering characters who like to pressure their opponents up close. He also has access to a very versatile level 3, meaning tagging into him mid-combo can dish out a lot of damage and even finish off a character. The final position is called Anchor, and it's just as important as the others. As you might have guessed, this spot is the third on the team. Anchors work best when they have the tools to spend resources that their team built up, and can fight effectively even without assists. Team Gohan is a good example of a strong anchor. He is strong on his own, thanks to how he can convert meter to big damage, and he is also given one of the only reversal assists in the game. This combination of being a great anchor and a great assist should give any team he's on a real advantage. Using this basic format, Android 18, Kid Buu, and Team Gohan fit this model very well. There will be plenty of characters to choose from for each position though, so you aren't restricted to these in any way. There also will probably be specialty teams that ignore this model completely for interesting gimmicks. It's hard to speculate too much here since we don't have the game yet, but we'll certainly be revisiting this topic once we get our hands on the final product. Before I send you guys back on over to Sharpie, I want to run one more segment. I want to take some time to talk about potential DLC characters. There have been a lot of rumors behind who the next characters could be, so we'll just go over how new characters might play. These aren't confirmed characters, just some speculation on our part. Let's start out talking about Goku. Not Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue, just regular Goku. What kind of moveset would he have? A normal Goku would likely be based on his Saiyan and Namek Saga incarnation, so he'd likely have many techniques from early Dragon Ball. While he might look like the other Gokus, he's sure to have several unique attacks and ways to play. The most notable absence from Super Saiyan Goku's moveset is the Genki Dama, or the Spirit Bomb, so now would be a great chance to include that as a super attack. He can even pump more energy into it to make the attack dish out more damage, like he did against Kid Buu. While just having a Spirit Bomb may seem like little more than fan service, there is potential to make a unique mechanic out of it. He could be given a special move where he stands there with his hands raised, building spirit energy to make his Spirit Bomb more powerful. It would be interesting to see the kind of combos that might incorporate this, or different ways Goku could make space to let himself charge. Other than the Spirit Bomb, Goku has access to many techniques that he stops using after the Saiyan Saga. He could have a variant of the Solar Flare, a variation of Krillin's existing move in the game, or the Bending Kamehameha that he uses against Raditz. It would be exciting to see a move like his Meteor combination, the move he used against Piccolo Jr. in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, as another super attack. The one potential mechanic I would be most excited for would be if they included a Kaioken technique. Imagine being able to boost your Kaioken to ×4, ×10, or even ×20, each time giving you access to more damage, faster moves, and more at the cost of slowly depleting your life bar. This kind of character would play starkly different from any other Goku in the game, which is an exciting prospect. That's all I have for now. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing from me. I'm going to send you guys back on over to Sharpie. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Zidian. If you like hearing about gameplay, you should consider making it out to fighting game events. Whether it's your local barcade, online events, or large-scale events like EVO, there are places to play real people in this game all over the country. We'll be trying to highlight venues for you to play in the future, so if you know a place that's hosting Dragon Ball FighterZ, be sure to let us know with the hashtag WestCityWeekly, and we'll shout it out in the show. More details have trickled in from Bandai Namco, and we've gotten confirmation that the Extra Pack 2 DLC for Xenoverse 2 is slated for February 2018. While news of customization for existing Dragon Ball characters and new irregular attacks have piqued our interest, the real attraction is a mysterious youth named Fu. While most will assume that Fu is a brand new character to Dragon Ball lore, this is not entirely true. Dragon Ball Online, an officially sanctioned Korean MMORPG, featured Fu in a much different light than we see him today. Fu is the child of Towa and Mira, and while not much is known about this demon-cyborg hybrid baby, we can assume that this new adult version of Fu will be a true menace. We'll be sure to keep you up to date as more information is revealed. While big news has been scarce this week, Dragon Ball fans have been very active. On YouTube, Team 4-Star broke their hiatus and uploaded their first Dragon Ball parody in 6 months, with the video planned to eradicate Christmas. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and you really should be, you know what to expect. That is, pure Dragon Ball comedy. Next up, we have a Dragon Ball Cafe in Osaka, Japan. Dragon Ball themed dining with exclusive merchandise, packed into a venue that is sure to delight any Dragon Ball fan. While there haven't been any character announcements or fighters, that hasn't stopped fans from trolling each other. The latest fan-made screenshot going around shows Super Saiyan 4 Goku, one of the popular GT characters. This is similar to Caulifla's image that was going around a few weeks back. In light of the upcoming climax of the Universal Survival arc, we thought we'd take a bit to recap Dragon Ball Super so far. We'll be skipping the Battle of Gods and the resurrection of Frieza's saga, and we're to get to the most interesting parts of Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super had a rough start, but it started picking up around here. The Universe 6 vs. Universe 7 arc established the concept of these other universes with incredible fighters. We see that Universe 6 is the sister universe for Universe 7, and we meet its god of destruction, Champa. This alternate universe houses tailless Saiyans, deadly assassins, and some interesting twists on familiar villains, making it an excellent jumping on point for Super. After that, we get the Goku Black arc. Trunks' future timeline is in distress once again, this time by a new threat with Goku's face. While the plot twist caused some confusion and the finale raised more questions than answers, we got to see some new transformations, along with new characters like Goku Black and Zamasu. We also got our first taste of fusion being relevant again since the Buu saga. After all this, the most recent Universal Survival arc seems like it could be the climax for Super as a whole. Universe 7 is pitted against 7 other universes in a battle royale to decide who lives and who is wiped from existence. This tournament of power highlights some interesting characters, including alternate universe Namekians, Yardrats, and magical girls. Some of the most interesting moments involve seeing characters like Master Roshi, Tien, and Krillin do really well, something we haven't seen since the original Dragon Ball. One of the most notable moments in the tournament is a continuation from the first big arc, involving the Universe 6 Saiyans. After Kaba learns to harness Super Saiyan power, he brought that understanding back to fellow Universe 6 Saiyans, Khalifa and Kale. The two are the most interesting characters this arc, and they mark the first canon appearance of female Super Saiyans. These Saiyans are shown to be just as adept at surpassing their limits as Goku and Vegeta, and they put that on full display as they take on other powerful fighters. The biggest threat of this arc is Jiren, the warrior from Universe 11, who has a seemingly unmatched power. While it's unfitting to label him as a villain, as he is the leader of the universe's equivalent of Power Rangers, Jiren serves as the main obstruction to overcome if Universe 7 is to survive this tournament. His power is rumored to surpass even that of the Gods of Destruction, and he pushes Goku to his absolute limits with very little effort. Jiren is a perfect example of how Dragon Ball Super makes a point to show us how strong characters are, rather than just tell us. In response to Jiren's overwhelming strength, Goku completely breaks out of his shell and taps into a completely new method of fighting. Now, I don't want to say much, in case some of you haven't seen it, but this arc houses some of the most must-see fights of the franchise as a whole. Definitely check out this episode. This next section I'm going to describe will be spoilers, so if you have not seen episode 121 yet, please stop watching now and go watch it. This past episode marks what appears to be the final confrontation of the Tournament of Power. We get to see Goku challenge Jiren again, alongside Vegeta, who starts to see through Jiren's power. Gohan and Android 17 take on Toppo, and Frieza is left to deal with Despo. This battle is leaning in favor of Universe 11 so far, but the episode preview gives us a hint of a potential comeback in favor of the Saiyans.
That's all we have for this week's show. Tune in next time for more Dragon Ball news, speculation, and gameplay breakdowns. This is Sharpie, signing off.